Alright, what's going on, you guys? Welcome to Real Madrid Hub again. I'm your host, Dr. Jota, and in this longer video, I'm going to address and I'm going to extend a little bit more the information, and of course, to give you all my opinion, my take on the last information that we have from Sergio Ramos. I mean, we heard this morning that Sergio Ramos might be changing his mind in order for him to stay in Real Madrid and accept the last offer from Florentino Perez. Problem is, Florentino Perez, apparently, according to some different sources and informations, took off the offer from the table last week. So for Florentino Perez, there's no way back. Everything is done, everything has been decided, and the Sergio Ramos renewal contract situation is wrapped up. I mean, it's over. And of course, as a consequence of that, the Sergio Ramos times in Real Madrid is pretty much over, right? And the only call he will make to the skipper of Real Madrid is pretty much about to know what kind of farewell event he wants to have in Real Madrid. But that's it. So let me tell you what is my take on this, my thoughts, and what is my opinion about that. I mean, first of all, in my opinion, this information, which is coming out from Deportes 4, let me tell you all, for all those of you who live overseas in different countries and really don't know how the things go down in Spain when it comes to the media, press, and players, and soccer, and all the stuff. There are some players in Spain, there are some players in Real Madrid, and also in different teams, who have a lot of connections with the press, with the media, and with the different journalists, right? So when they want to send a message through different routes and ways and stuff, what they do is that they call to the journalist, or they call to a media group or media website or whatever it is to say something, not to say that directly to the person, to the people, to the club, to whoever it is, that in reality is the message for. You know what I'm saying? So for example, say that pretend that I'm Sergio Ramos and I won the race from Real Madrid. But I don't want to tell it, I don't want to say anything directly to Florentino Perez. So what I do is using to the press and the media to send messages to Florentino Perez so he can know what is my opinion, my position, my thoughts, my ultimate intention, things like that, right? So Deportes 4 and also a bunch of different journalists have been pushing hard to Real Madrid and Florentino Perez to renew the contract of Sergio Ramos since the past month of November. In November, they already were talking about this, and they were all the time pushing to Florentino to call Sergio Ramos. So I'm assuming that it was Sergio Ramos, the person who was telling the journalists to send that message to Florentino Perez, right? So in this case, with this information from Deportes 4, which is a very, friendly with the Sergio Ramos environment and family and all the stuff, in my opinion, what they're trying to do is to send the last message from Sergio Ramos so Florentino can know what is the new intention of Sergio Ramos. And they want him to know that Sergio Ramos has changed his mind and now he wants to stay in Real Madrid. However, there is a problem, and it's a big deal. Florentino Perez is the kind of person, as a Real Madrid president, who normally is very kind, who tries to be very, comprehensive person, try to understand everybody else's point of view, and tries to understand everybody and all these kind of things. And he tries to get along with all the names and players that have been attached to Real Madrid for a long time ago, who are, very important players in the past, or who were very important players in the past for Real Madrid and all this stuff. So he tries to get along with everybody else, especially if they are attached in whatever the way to Real Madrid. But the problem is that once you take a decision, once you decide to do something, Florentino understands that decision is irrevocable. There's no way back. If you have decided to leave Real Madrid, that's it. You don't need to explain me anything else. You don't need to tell me anything else. I'm assuming that you already have a team, that you already have another pre-agreement, that you already have plans for the future, and you don't want to stay any longer in Real Madrid. That is what I'm assuming if I am Florentino Perez. You know what I'm saying? So Florentino Perez, in my opinion, is not going to step back in this case. Florentino Perez will stick to that position and will make the call to Sergio Ramos just to ask him what kind of farewell event does he want. That's it. That's it. There won't be any kind of, baby crying situation where, okay, you want to get back, come on, just get back, come on, let's extend your contract again, 1 more year, come on, okay, that's good. I'm good enough with that. No, that is not Florentino Perez, man. Once he understands that you took a decision, that's it. And according to Giuseppe Pedrerol, in November and then in February, Sergio Ramos told to Florentino Perez that you can plan ahead without me. You can't plan ahead for the next season without me. Don't count on me anymore. That is allegedly what Sergio Ramos said to Florentino Perez twice over the last season. So that way, even with that situation, Florentino Ramos dropped the offer and let it on the table for several months until the last week. Because when he realized that Sergio Ramos was not going to call him back, he said, okay, I will remove this offer from the table because it doesn't make any sense to keep this on the table and the offer open. Because, if he already have another team, what is this doing here? That make any sense? It makes any sense at all. So in my opinion, Florentino Perez did what he had to do. So now, if Sergio Ramos changed his mind, it's late. In my opinion, it's so late. And there's no way back. I'm so sorry for that. It's it tastes me really bad, but it's the truth. And in my opinion with this, Florentino Perez is sending a message to all the people out there, players especially, and also teams, that once you go ahead with something, there's no way back when it comes to Real Madrid. So you better think twice before they take any decision, because then we are not going to get back. So I don't know, maybe there's a little chance for Sergio Ramos to stay in Real Madrid, but in my opinion, this is done pretty much over, and we will see the, farewell event very soon from Sergio Ramos from Real Madrid. So now let me know your thoughts about that. Just comment in the section below, and of course subscribe to my channel, Real Madrid Hub.